someone that I have not met, but I hear he's a really special person. And oddly, strangely, really good looking. I don't know who you might think. And a real great dancer. Please give it up for Rob Benedict. Thank you. Thanks. I love you. Thanks, man.
You're much taller in person.
Thanks. You're lying. I know you're lying because I'm much shorter in person. It's been mathematically proven. You look fantastic that way.
Thank you. You look fantastic in yours.
Yeah, my weave. I forgot that you're not from our country.
Right.
Forgot about that whole bit for a second.
Cheerio.
Okay. Somewhere overseas, that's all we know. Hi, it's good to be here. Hello. Yeah, so far it's been a much smoother transition. I don't know if you heard when we were in New Jersey 2 weeks ago, I got in. I can really tell this story. I'll tell the shorter version, but I can tell it better now because I'm not there anymore. I can say Rich's room number. I was trying to get a hold of Rich, so I dialed 811, which is the room he was in, and somehow maybe I accidentally dialed 911. And I got 911 on my speakerphone because my phone was broken. And they're like, "What's your emergency? What's your emergency?" And I was like, I was just trying to call room 811. I don't know how. What's your emergency? And I was like, I don't have an emergency. Where are you? Where are you? I'm in a hotel. I'm in a hotel. What room are you in? You don't need to know my room. Then I started getting dodgy. Like, you don't. Why do you need to know my room number? I was trying to call 811, and then he keeps begging, "What's your?" And I just hung up the phone. And then I go down to Rich's room and I knocked on the door and I was like, and he's like, "Come in." And I think he thought I was having another stroke. And he was like, I was like, "Okay." And then he sat me down and I told him the story. Right as I finished the story, boom, 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 boom. God, are you kidding me? Oh my God. And we're laughing, right? We're like, "Oh my God, it's gonna be Chris or one of the guys in the band. It's not, the after I got to New Jersey, already the police are asking for me. The most innocent man in the entire hotel, by the way. There's nothing bad in my room, but it was of course Richard's room was the number I gave them, so that's what they knocked. And it's like, "Hi, officer." And we straightened it out, and then he's like, "I just need you to walk me down to your room just so I can see everything's okay and see your ID." So I walked him down to my room, which is like 4 doors down, and you see there's no hidden bodies, like everything's cool. And then, and then we're walking back, and he was pretty easygoing, New York guy. And I was like, "So officer, am I in trouble here, or is there like a ticket?" And he was like, "No, just don't call again." No, not gonna, wasn't going to. I was in New Jersey. What's that? Was there no room? No, there wasn't a room 911. And you had to dial a 7 first if you dialed room to room. But I didn't know that. Who were you guys supposed to know that? And then I just, I dialed 911. Surely that happens. I get it that they have to come anyway, because what if, someone had a gun to my head and I'm going, "No, everything's fine." But in this case, I'm in a hotel. Like, I dialed room 911. That would be a real coincidence. Like, that was my story, and there was someone with a gun in my head. Well, I guess it could happen. Oh, it's the worst. Guy broke into my room, gun in my head, I got 911, and they thought I was trying to room 911. I'm like, "No, everything."
There wasn't even a ninth floor room.
No, there wasn't a ninth floor. That's the strange thing about this story, folks. I don't know how it happened. There's no room 911. Rich was in 811, and there was a cop on the board. So, this time it's been a real smooth transition, except for the fact that Yesterday, I was supposed to get at like 10 o'clock at night. And my birthday's actually on Sunday. Thanks. And I'm only telling you that because you're rich. He's like, when are you getting in? I was like, 10. He's like, dude, come on. Get me in at 4:30. Hey, come here, we'll go out. Because we don't have any other time to go out. I was like, man, I don't know, man. No. Oh, okay, let me look into it. And so I changed my flight, and we're at the airport, and I'm with all the creation people. We're all flying together, and they start getting texts. Oh, but you can't make it. I was like, come again now? I thought it was one of his jokes on me, because that's what he does. So I was like, oh, hey guys, no, this is a joke. He's totally coming. It was just, and then secretly I was like, WTF, Rich. And he's like, sorry, dude. Sorry, I got a work thing tomorrow. That's fine. It's really funny. Not the first time that he's talked me into doing something and then like, oh, sorry, can't make it. Come on. Please, I'm available. Screw it, I'm done with him. How many times am I gonna get my feelings hurt? Every time. There was another time that he had me on a flight and then said, you know what, I'm coming from San Francisco, not be able to... Remember, he like had me change my flight for him, and then last minute was like, oh, what was I thinking? I'm not even on that flight. What? Like, just into the fire. Where are we? So yeah. But one other good thing, besides the fact that I really get me time with you, you know, he's always interrupting my panel, like, this is about us today. I really feel like we have this. And you can tell all the people that aren't here tomorrow, hey, this me time with Rob, and it was really something special. Thank you. And the other thing is that you know, I can say things that Rich can't rebuff. Rebuke? Rebuff or rebuke. And that is that we were in Italy, and we were supposed to share a bed. There was one big, huge king-size bed. There was one big, huge king-size bed. And I was like, great room, wow, look at this view. And he's like, God, Jesus, one bed, I can't do it. Sorry, bro, I can't. Like, what are you freaking out about? Like, I grew up with a brother, like, that's what you do. Come on, this huge bed we could put. No. Nope, not gonna, it's a death, no, not gonna happen. So, yeah, he got to switch to a room with 2 beds. He hates it when I tell that story, because he thinks it makes me look bad, but I stand by it. I'm comfortable enough with myself, and that's the point of the story. Be okay with that. Grown-ups, we can do this. Are we not friends? I said to myself, right in Milan, romantic, beautiful Milan, I said. Anyway, so there's that story I can tell without him interrupting. And there's another story that I feel like I can be right about today. That I like Perth. Please tell the good people of Perth. Get this, take out your camcorder and record this if nothing else. I forgot there were rules and regulations. Boiled again. That doesn't damn. Perth as a whole? Well, you heard it from you. Not from me. Go to Melbourne. Australia is a great, beautiful country, and I love it all, and I've never been to Perth. Never been. The Rich decides at this convention in Australia, when this girl comes up, she's in tears, and she's like, Rich, I love you so much. And he's like, oh great, no, where are you from? She's like, I'm from Perth. He's like, Rob hates Perth. That was the origin of that joke, and I'm just standing there like an idiot. And by the way, she didn't love me. So already I'm losing. And then he doesn't even throw me under the bus, he runs me over 3 times. I'm under here. And he's like, oh, Rob hates Perth. Funny story, Rob hates Perth. I've never, and she looks at me, tears in her eyes, and says, we take offense to that. And no matter how much it's this random, typical Rich joke, it's a seed that grows. No matter how much I say, hey, I love Perth. I hate Perth even more. Rick, and so by the end of the weekend, I had random people like, hey, you really should visit. It's really wonderful. Yeah, because I don't hate it. I know everything about what I've heard. Now there are I hate Rob hates Perth t-shirts. Ridiculous. I love Perth. I've never been. If anything, you say Rob doesn't know much about Perth. That's what the t-shirt should say. Anyways. Well, then the last, or two conventions ago, or one convention ago, in the talk that I had with Matt and Rich, we're going to be here tonight for karaoke. Rich flies in at like 8, I'm going to give him the cold shoulder for an hour, and then we'll be good by 10. But, so I said something about Matt, my friend Matt, who I love, who's Jewish. I said something about, is that what happened to you? And he said, what, about the Jews? I said, what? And then he says, orange juice? Oh, juice, it was juice, right. I was like, yeah, it was, what's something, I hate juice? I think that's what I said, I hate juice. He was like, hate juice, and Rich was like, Rob, juice, and then, I was wearing an Earth shirt at the time, and they said that I needed to get a yarmulke that says, I love Perth. A yarmulke, so I can cover all, I love all people. And I had a conversation with Rich where I said, Rich, I just hate the word hate being I don't hate anything. So don't say hate with Rob, it's offensive. I love all people. And I love you, why can't we share a map together?
First of all, Nolan Monster in the restroom was great. Yeah.
That's awesome. We were harmonizing. The band went in the bathroom. We're such nerds. What does it say?
Rob Benedict hates her.
Yes! There you go. As if on cue. Thank you. Thank you. That's all also good to hear. But I like your shirt. I just thank you for honoring me. So we got into the bathroom, we're literally standing in the urinals and we start harmonizing. And she was outside.
Okay, so my question is, we know that whenever there's a new prophet, the old prophet dies. So I was wondering if you have a theory about what happened to Chuck? Because Kevin was the new prophet.
Yes, and I kind of disappeared, right? Well, the working theory that I've got going is that, For me, the idea is that I was like Eric Kripke on the show, right? I was the writer of the books, the writer of the show. So it was sort of a show within a show when I was on it. And so if you think of me in terms of kind of the almighty creator, overseer of the show, then I'm God. Right? And so I'm no longer a prophet. Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
I have a little request for Loud and Flame. You guys do a show in Austin and make my life a
Honestly, lifelong dream. I've never been there. We apply to South by Southwest every year and never get in. And it's a right South by Southwest to South by Southwest people. South by Southwest has become sort of like what Sundance is to movies. Like it used to be indies, and now really it's people with record labels can get into South by Southwest. So we're always kind of put at the bottom. But yeah, we would love to. Yeah. Is that near Dallas or closer to Dallas or Houston? Of course, south of here.
Yes.
All right, well, we're going to be here next year, right? So what we should do is just come in early, play a show in Austin. We're going to make that happen. The name come from?
Yeah.
Well, there's a movie. It came out in the late 80s, right in our wheelhouse, and it's called Vision Quest. And Matthew Modine plays a wrestler, and Madonna had a couple songs on the soundtrack, so Jury is an awesome soundtrack. And his name in the movie is Loud and Swing. So we all loved it. We just all loved that movie, and we were trying to think of names. It's the hardest conversation you ever have in a band is what you're going to call yourselves. And because it's something that's going to, it's bad name, good name, it's with you. You know, it's harder than change your name. So then, so we were like, at the time, someone's like, Loud and Swain. We're like, I love that movie. Me too. It's like the fact that we all knew that reference. We're like, that's her name? And so, that's her name? Yeah, sure. Yeah, the only problem with it for me is like people don't know how to spell it, or they think we're saying Loud and Swain, like we're some metal band. Or a swing band. That's because you're going like this when you say it. What do you call it? Loud and Swing?
Loud and swinging.
I think people are always like, especially older people, like, what's the name of the band? Oh, Loud Swing? Loud and, no, just Loudon, like the name Loudon Wainwright, Loud Swing. Yeah, it's hard. I'm sorry. You gotta think like the bands like Pearl Jam. I'm sure you've never heard it. What's your name of your band? Pearl Jam? Sorry? Pearl Jam. Pearl Jam. That's the name of our band, Pearl Jam. And that's like, what do you guys call it? Oh, we're called the Rolling Stones. I'm sorry, what? We're called the rolling, like a stone that rolls? Okay, whatever. Hi.
Well, first of all, I wanted to say that you're like the best God. You're like above Morgan Freeman.
It's I never really thought of it like that. Like George Burns played God. Can't ever. I mean, George is there, right? It's weird, right? It looks weird on her resume. Honestly, it's like, to be honest, always gotta downplay it, because the minute you start going, oh, you know, I play God, then you get struck by lightning. It's like, let me go. I got this, guys. I played God. Smoke. But no, so I honestly, that's like when I answered the question just now, I'm always real like, so, I mean, I guess I'm sort of God? Which I think that's what I think makes it fun for someone like Chuck, who's like the reluctant God. So yes, it's very, I'm humbled. But thank you for your compliment. How are you? I like your outfit.
Thank you. I'm also from Austin, so I agree that you should play there. And I was wondering if there's anything that you ever stole from set, or anything that you wish you had stolen.
Definitely things I wish I'd stolen. I wish I still had the robe, Chuck robe. I don't know where it is. I don't think they have it anymore. But I feel like that we need to sort of put that in a box and hang it up and go, this is Chuck's robe. Remember Chuck? I don't. Which one is it? Yeah, I heard the karaoke. God, we'd have a fun time with that robe. But so that, I wish I'd taken that, and I wish I'd taken this. I'm speaking from things I had to do with the tooth that was in my hair. It was an actual prop that was really well made. It had gooey gunk on it, and it was a tooth in my hair, and that was fun. And the plunger that I hit Jared with was fun. And toilet paper. I wish I'd taken Jared and Jensen's trailer, because it's freaking huge. It's bigger than my house. I mean, literally, it's like, Megan's still home, and this is the bedroom. I got the gym in here, and then watch your head there. Down here is the guest room. And then let me show you the wine cellar. It's huge. It goes on for days, this trailer. And normal people like me have just like a little room. Like you walk in, there's the wall. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Hi.
I was wondering, when your character first comes into the show, he obviously is confronted by what he always thought were just characters, but they ended up being real people.
Right. Yes. True.
Well, metaphorically speaking.
True. Yes.
But,
No, you're doing great. That would mess with your mind.
just like my heart stuff. Freaking out.
That would not make me look good. He hugged her and then she had a heart attack. If you hadn't hugged me, I might have made it. Right. Okay. So, what was the question then?
I'm sure many of us always think about what it would be like to go into one of our favorite stories.
Right.
And I was wondering which story would you go into, being fictional or otherwise, and what would you want?
Right, that's a good question, because that's what it is. It's like fictional characters. If you actually got to meet a fictional character, who would it be? Don't pass out. It was weird, he stopped hugging her, and then she passed out. He only hadn't stopped hugging her. I can't win. Okay, let me think of what story or fictional world I'd want to go in. God, I'm so many. Oh gosh, every book I read, I want to go in that book. That's why I like it.
Mine's Doctor Who.
Doctor Who? Okay, so we can do like a TV series too.
It could be anything. Book, movie, how am I still sleeping?
Okay. Okay. All right, okay. I'd like to go in Guardians of the Galaxy world. I want to be one of those guys. I feel like there's still room for me in that group. When they're walking down in slow motion, like they're missing like the little neurotic guy. What?
You're right behind me with a mop or a plunger.
Yeah, exactly. The plunger. And then halfway down, I'm like, no. And run away. That's his bit. He's a runner. Yeah, so I think that's the world. God, now I really want to do that. Pitch it.
With the best playlist ever.
Yeah, exactly. Best playlist ever. Yeah, and then just that world of that cool city where everything's good in that one city with the main area, the main courtyard area. Did you guys see that movie? Freaking awesome. You should get out of the rehearsal studio and see this movie. Yeah, it was awesome. I actually saw it. I saw it late. I saw that movie late. And it was, when you see a movie later, you hear a song after it's been popular, and you're like, "Did you guys see this movie?" It's like record-setting numbers. It's a pretty good movie, right? Everybody's like, I don't remember it because it was so long ago when I saw it. Always last at the party.
I love your band. Like, I love the whole band. But I have a question directed towards the band. Because I was wondering, you have a ton of stories. Y'all have a ton of stories from being on set or YouTube, but I was wondering if your band had any really cool stories that you would like to share. Any fun memories?
Cool stories, fun memories? I mean, we do. That trip to Europe was pretty eventful. Step up to the mic. You got anything? Just ask. It's a question for the band. All right.
Try to keep it G.
Yeah, try to keep it G. Yeah. Let's say this. G, NC-17. Married, single. Well, that answers part of the question. A funny thing, we were just recently talking about this, Norton, don't be mad at me for saying this, it's nothing that, not that. But when we were in Europe, every time we walked by, like, any kind of American store, especially if it had chocolates or sweets, Norton would be like, Ben & Jerry's!
Perks right up.
Dunkin' Donuts.
You're like, yeah, but look at this building. It was like built in the 1400s. Yeah, but Ben & Jerry's, we got it, yep. If they had a Dunkin' Donuts, that's where he would be while we were touring around Berlin. Looking at the wall, and he's like, this is amazing. We're ready to kill each other whenever we go out on tour. This is great. It's good for band morale. Get along great. It lasts one long weekend. We've been playing together, for a long time, like 15 years all round down. 17 years. Yeah, that's a long time. That's a long time. Lots of stories over the years. We were really children when we started playing together, so it's just fun to look at pictures. We're like, God, who is that? It's so weird. But Yeah, and you know, it's funny, it's like a family, you know. Yeah, they're funny stories, and a real good story. Yeah.
Just think of the one that we just talked about with the flight to Austria, where Norton's always the window guy. He wants the window seat.
Yeah.
And we're like, hey, Norton, we got a window seat over here. But he's like, nah, you know, I'm gonna sit over here. I got the middle seat, but it's next to this really pretty girl. And he's just talking off her ear. She's you know, she's sweet. She's looking interested.
So Mike starts videotaping it.
She's looking in video. But you can tell she's starting to get a little annoyed.
She just wants to sleep.
So we all get off the flight, and Norton was behind us. He gets off, and as he's exiting the airport with her, he goes to reach in to give her a nice hug. And
It was a
she
long,
kind of
he was reaching.
reaching. And she just gave this look like, yeah, no, it's not gonna happen. And we got it all on film. We'll probably post it on YouTube.
Yeah, we got it all on film. That's what's so great.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of Norton stories, that's for sure.
And their versions of it are nowhere near the truth.
That's all good video evidence is
Nowhere near the truth.
So there you have it. Yeah, thank you.
I was just nice to meet you, by the way.
Nice to meet you too.
I was wondering, though you're not on the show anymore, you didn't see me. How is your relationship with like Jared, Jensen, Nisha now that you're gone? Although you still come here, like how are you?
We're like
them?
good buddies, you know. We're all like this whole thing has gotten us even closer. You know, we all got along well when I was working on the show, but then traveling together has really just got us all one step closer. I mean, you know, I don't know for sure how it works. You know, how often Julie asks to come back, but there's a really good rapport that we all have with each other, that we all have with you guys. We love doing this, you know. So it's a really good energy, and yeah, we travel the world together. You know, it's like being in a band or in a traveling sideshow. It's really more like it, right?
You're in both.
Yeah, it's both. So yeah, yeah, we know their families well and know them super well, and hang out when the two boys are in LA, and Nisha, yeah, we hang out when we're in LA. So yeah, and Rich is obviously like one of my best friends, you know. And that's all through this. I didn't know him on the show. People tell you that we have met, and I don't know him. He likes to make a whole thing of that. He makes a meal out of it. It's really just a snack. But yeah, so no, they're good friends. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Funny route. And like, God, I mean, I text them a lot. And I think maybe they changed their number. I don't hear back. Or something's going on with it.
Hey Rob,
Hey.
I was wondering which one you like better, doing being an actor or being in a band?
You know, for me, like, acting is like, kind of feel like my bread and butter. I mean, when I was a kid, that's what I envisioned I wanted to do with my life. So that's that. It's a little more serious about it. Whereas being in the band is like, it's a way to, it all comes from the same place, right? It all comes from the part of me that wants to be artistic. But the band has always been like a release, and something that we have control over. As was acting, you really don't have a say. You know, you really don't. You know, you don't really know what's coming next. And so it's nice to be in a band. You almost have this like side project or this side business. Because we all have day jobs, you know, and mine's just acting. But this is our, and the thing is, over the past 5 years, it's gotten big enough that it kind of equals the other, and I love that, you know. But there's no pressure on it for me. Like if we keep making albums, and it never goes number one, that's okay with me because I just love it. You know, it just makes me feel good. So I guess the answer is both. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I love you, by the way. Okay. So I was wondering, how and why do you think Chuck broke up with Becky?
Becky broke up with Chuck. She says because she lies. She tells lies. You saw that woman. She's not stable. I don't know what happened. Finally, Chuck gets a girl. And then I hear, years ago now, but I saw her Emily, the actress, and she was like, yeah, I went back. I was like, you went, what? You were back on? I went, where was I? And she was like, oh yeah, no, it was this thing, and then, you know, I guess we broke up, and Jared tied Jared up on the bed. Oh, that sounds fun. You know my girlfriend. You can't just go tying people up. I feel real so bad. You know, it's like someone broke up with you, but then you found out from a friend. So yeah, no, I don't think, and really this is my honest answer, I don't think Chuck broke up with her because everyone lies. And I think that she broke up with me and then made up a story, because I don't think he would have done that. Then again, you know, he did sort of vanish into thin air, so that might have been hard on a relationship. The fact that he was no longer around. So, who knows what really happened, but yeah, Emily came back and she's good pants. I love doing it. We've done a couple panels together like this together, and she's really fun. She's real quiet, you know, she's super funny. And she really plays into, play into the whole like, I still have a crush on you thing. And she kind of lets me do that, you know. Like, she's kind of sassy. I like it. And now I've said too much. Yeah, thank you. I had one of those weird out-of-body experience things where I said, like, oh, I'm in front of a bunch of people. Speaking my honest thoughts out loud.
It's 2014, and we all know that Chuck wishes he had hoarded toilet paper. So what does Rob wish to hoard during the apocalypse? Ah, yes. Good question.
I think toilet paper is pretty genius. Let's not forget.
Treat it like it's gold!
Treat it like it's gold. Let's not forget. Not that. I would like to hoard. What can I not do without? People. I would hoard all of you people. In a big, huge, in Jensen's trailer. Just ride around the country picking other people up. You can't exist without people. Hey fella, you lost? And you just hope he's not like gonna eat you. That would be bad. I picked up the wrong guy. I had a bunch of people. And I picked up this guy, now I got no people. I made it out with just one arm, but here we go. Yeah, I'd hoard people, because I can't go a day without people. I'm pretty codependent. So, in a good way, I say that to people.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Hi.
So, with the band, what's next? You had Sky Live being released earlier this year. So what's on the horizon? Can you look forward to playing out tonight?
Yeah, and I love this woman's shirt, by the way. She has names of our songs on her shirt that she made. It's really awesome. It's so awesome. And other kind of things. Someone has a tattoo they show me, like, that just means so much. It's just like, that's mind-blowingly cool. So we put out this album, Sky Live, in like February. And we're sort of in support of that right now. We're going to make a video, and we're going to keep playing these live shows, play for you people. We're going to England next month, and playing at a convention, and we're playing a gig in London. So we're just going to keep playing. I think it's kind of official. It's kind of signed on to do these through the end of next year. So we can't get rid of this. So, and this is doing a lot, and it's cool because it gives us a chance to tour around and play for people, and they're like, come to wherever. You never come to Whippany. And then we go to Whippany and play. But, yeah, so just keep playing, and we've got a little batch of songs that were like the B-sides on that album that we think we're going to kind of release early next year. It's sort of a extra little thing. Hey, have you heard these little songs? So I think that's next, probably. Yeah, thanks. Thank you. There's actually a song called Sky Live that we need to release. Funny story. Hi.
Hi, I'm 12 years old. My mom's been alive, but I have to ask a question before I leave. Because it's my question.
Oh, awesome.
So, since I'm 12 years old, is there anything that you did as a kid that you look back and you're like, what was I doing?
What was I thinking? Oh God, everything. A day didn't go by that I don't look back and go, what was I thinking? Yeah, so what are you in, 8th grade?
I'm in 7th.
7th? Yeah, 7th grade. I was a really little person. Like, I'm short now, but I was very short. Yeah. So, Nothing wrong with that, by the way. Don't let anyone make you feel bad about that. That's awesome. You are who you are. That's an awesome thing. I mean, yeah, anyway, more on that later. But what did I do that I feel crazy? Oh, I remember. One time I decided I was going to play football. I was going to join a football team. See, I wanted to be like a big guy. And so there's this thing called Mighty Mites. It's like Little League for football. So I was going to join Mighty Mites. So I went running, and I did push-ups, and I did sit-ups, and then I drank a really tall glass of milk. And I was like, healthy. And then I threw up.
More than I can do.
Well, it was a short run. Maybe just a couple of push-ups. But anyway.
My world record is 2.
But that, your world record is 2? 2's a lot. Records meant to be broken. Thanks for being here. Hi.
Just want to ask, are you and Rich ever going to do any more Danger Bottom and copies?
That's a great question. Rich and I used to do these characters called Danger Bottom and Codpiece. And, you know, like you do. And we would go to Comic-Con and host at Comic-Con in these weird outfits and under the moniker Danger Bottom and Codpiece. And I don't know. We didn't do it this year, but we did it 2 years in a row, so hopefully next year we would love to do it. We really love doing that. So if the company that hired us hires us again, we will. It's kind of hard to go to the company and be like, hey, so remember that thing we did? Wasn't that fun? So it's like asking yourself up for dinner. That was really yummy. Can we come back? Fingers crossed. All right, guys, I guess that's my time. So, ladies and gentlemen, Rob Benedict, thank you. Thanks so much, guys. Take it easy. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. I mean it. I am going to be signing autographs. Okay, and what's happening on stage?
We have, coming up in about 7 or 8 minutes, a Salute to Supernatural film.
In about 10 or 15 minutes, the man upstairs says, there's going to be a Salute to Supernatural film for your enjoyment. There's a lot to do over in the merchandise room, what do they call that? Vendor room, sure, vendor room, you know it. We've got the Loud Swain stuff over there if you want to take a look at that. We'll be here all weekend, and I'll see you in a second. Bye.
We also have an intermission coming up, and then we'll be bringing back in about 1 hour, it'll be Gil McKinney.
Yeah, Gil McKinney in 1 hour! Like the B-sides on that album that we think we're going to kind of release early next year, as sort of a extra little thing. Hey, have you heard these little songs? So I think that's next, probably. Yeah, thanks. Thank you. There's actually a song called Sky Alive that we need to release. Funny story. Hi.
Hi, I'm 12 years old. My mom's been older than I am, but I have to ask a question before I leave.
Oh, awesome.
So, since I'm 12 years old, is there anything that you did as a kid that you look back and you're like, what was I doing?
What was I thinking? Oh God, everything. A day didn't go by that I don't look back and go, what was I thinking? Yeah, so what are you in, 8th grade?
I'm in 7th.
7th? Yeah, 7th grade. I was a really little person. Like, I'm short now, but I was very short. Yeah, so nothing wrong with that, by the way. Don't let anyone make you feel bad about that. That's awesome. You are who you are. That's an awesome thing. I mean, yeah, anyway, more on that later. But what did I do that I feel crazy? Oh, I remember. One time I decided I was going to play football. I was going to join a football team. See, I wanted to be like a big guy. And so there's... Honestly, lifelong dream. I've never been there. We apply to South by Southwest every year and never get in. And it's a right South by Southwest to South by Southwest people. South by Southwest has become sort of like what Sundance is to movies. Like it used to be indies, and now really it's people with record labels can get into South by Southwest. So we're always kind of put at the bottom. But yeah, we would love to. Yeah. Is that near Dallas or closer to Dallas or Houston? Of course, south of here.
Yes.
All right, well, we're going to be here next year, right? So what we should do is just like come in early, play a show in Austin. We're going to make that happen. The name come from? Well, there's a movie. It came out in the late 80s, right in our wheelhouse, and it's called Vision Quest. And Matthew Modine plays a wrestler, and Madonna had a couple songs on the soundtrack, so Jury was an awesome soundtrack. And his name in the movie is Loud and Swing. So we all loved it. We just all loved that movie, and we were trying to think of names. It's the hardest conversation you ever have in a band is what you're going to call yourselves. And because it's something that's going to, it's that name, good name, it's with you. You know, it's hard to then change your name. So then, so we were like, at the time, someone's like, Loud and Swing. We're like, I love that movie. Me too. It's like the fact that we all knew that reference. We're like, that's her name? And so, that's her name? Yeah, sure. I like your shirt. I just like, thank you for honoring me. Yeah, so we got into the bathroom. We're like literally standing at the urinals and we start harmonizing. And she was outside.
Okay, so my question is, we know that whenever there's a new prophet, the old prophet dies. So I was wondering if you have a theory about what happened to Chuck? Because Kevin was the new prophet.
Yes, and I kind of disappeared, right? Well, the theory, the working theory that I've got going is that, you know, for me, the idea is that I was like Eric Kripke on the show, right? I was the writer of the books, the writer of the show, so it was sort of a show within a show when I was on it. And so, if you think of me in terms of like kind of the almighty creator, overseer of the show, then I'm God. Right? And so I'm no longer a prophet. Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
I have a little request for Loud and Swing. You guys could do a show in Austin and make my life
Honestly, lifelong dream. I've never been there. We apply to South by Southwest every year and never get in. And it's, I think people are always like, especially older people, like, what's the name again? Oh, Loud Swing? Loud and, no, just Loudon, like the name Loudon Wainwright, Loud Swing. Yeah, it's hard. I'm sorry. Then you gotta think like they brand bands like Pearl Jam. I'm sure you've never heard it. What's your name of your band? Pearl Jam? Sorry? Pearl Jam. Pearl Jam. That's the name of our band, Pearl Jam. And that's like, what do you guys call them? Oh, we're called the Rolling Stones. I'm sorry, what? We're called the rolling, like a stone that rolls? Okay, whatever.
Well, first of all, I wanted to say that you're like the best God. You're like above Morgan Freeman.
It's I never really thought of it like that. Like George Burns played God. Can't ever. George is there, right? It's weird, right? It looks weird on a resume. Honestly, it's like, to be honest, always gotta downplay it, because the minute you start going, oh, I play God, then you get struck by lightning. Let me go. I got this, guys. I played God. Smoke. But no, so I honestly, that's like when I answered the question just now, I'm always real like, so, I guess I'm sort of God? Which I think that's what time it's been real smooth transition, except for the fact that yesterday I was supposed to get at like 10 o'clock at night. And my birthday is actually on Sunday. Thanks. And I'm only telling you that because you're Rich was like, when are you getting in? I was like, 10. He's like, dude, come on. Get me in at 4:30. Yeah, come on, we'll go out. Because we don't have any other time to go out. I was like, oh man, I don't know, man. No. Oh, okay, let me look into it. And so I changed my flight, and we're at the airport, and I'm with all the creation people. We're all flying together, and they start getting texts. Oh, Richard can't make it. I was like, come again now? I thought it was one of his jokes on me, because that's what he does. So I was like, oh, hey guys, no, this is a joke. He's totally coming. It was just, and then secretly I was like, WTF, Rich. And he's like, sorry, dude. Sorry, I got a work thing tomorrow. But that's funny. It's really funny. Not the first time that he's talked me into doing something and then like, oh, sorry, can't make it. Come on. Please, I'm available. Screw it, I'm done with him. How many times am I gonna get my feelings hurt? Every time. There was another time that he had me on a flight and then said, oh, you know what, I'm coming from... I made it out with just one arm, but here we go. Yeah, I work people, because I can't go a day without people. I'm pretty codependent. So, in a good way, I say that to people.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Hi.
So, with the band, what's next? You had Sky Live, released earlier this year. So what's on the horizon? Can you look forward to playing Mountain Time?
Yeah, and I love this woman's shirt, by the way. She has names of our songs on her shirt that she made. It's really awesome. It's so awesome. I love that kind of thing. Someone has a tattoo they show me, like, that just means so much. It's just like, that's mind-blowingly cool. So we put out this album, Sky Live, in like February. And we're doing, we're sort of in support of that right now. We're going to make a video, and we're going to keep playing these live shows, play for you people. We're going to England next month, and playing at a convention, and we're playing a gig in London. So we're just going to keep playing. I think it's kind of official. It's kind of signed on to do these through the end of next year. So we can't get rid of this. So, and this is doing a lot, and it's cool because it gives us a chance to tour around and play for people, and they're like, come to wherever. You never come to Whippany. And then we go to Whippany and play. But, yeah, so just keep playing, and we've got a little batch of songs that were like the B-sides. On the fact that yesterday, I was supposed to get at like 10 o'clock at night. And my birthday is actually on Sunday. Thanks, and I'm only telling you that because Rich was like, when are you getting in? I was like, 10. He's like, dude, come on, get me in at 4:30. Yeah, come on, we'll go out, because we don't have any other time to go out. I was like, oh man, I don't know, man. No. Oh, okay, let me look into it. And so I changed my flight, and we're at the airport, and I'm with all the creation people. We're all flying together, and they start getting texts. Oh, Richard can't make it. I was like, come again now? I thought it was one of his jokes on me, because that's what he does. So I was like, oh, hey guys, no, this is a joke. He's totally coming. It was just, and then secretly I was like, WTF, Rich. And he's like, sorry, dude. Sorry, I got a work thing tomorrow. But that's funny. It's really funny. Not the first time that he's talked me into doing something and then like, oh, sorry, can't make it. Come on. Please, I'm available. Screw it, I'm done with him. How many times am I gonna get my feelings hurt? Every time. There was another time that he had me on a flight and then said, oh, you know what, I'm coming from San Francisco, not be able to... Remember? Neurotic guy. What?
You're right behind him with a mop or a plunger.
Yeah, exactly, the plunger. And then halfway down, I'm like, no. And run away, and that's his bit. He's a runner. Yeah, so I think that's the world. God, now I really want to do that. Pitch it.
With the best playlist ever.
Yeah, exactly, best playlist ever. Yeah, and then just that world of that cool city where everything's good in that one city where the main area, the main courtyard area. Did you guys see that movie? You should get out of the rehearsal studio and see this movie. Yeah, it was awesome. I actually saw it. I saw it late. I saw that movie late. And it was, when you see a movie later, you hear a song after it's been popular, and you're like, "Did you guys see this movie?" It's like record-setting numbers. It's a pretty good movie, right? And he's like, I don't remember it because it was so long ago when I saw it. Always last at the party.
I love your band. Like, I love the whole band. But I have a question directed towards the band because I was wondering, you know, you have a ton of stories. Y'all have a ton of stories from being on set, or you do, but I was wondering if your band had any really cool stories that you would like to share. Any fun memories.
See this movie? Yeah, it was awesome. I actually saw it, I saw it late. I saw that movie late. And it was, you know, when you see a movie later, you hear a song after it's been popular, and you're like, you guys see this movie? It's like record-setting numbers. It's a pretty good movie, right? And he's like, I don't remember it because it was so long ago when I saw it. Always last at the party.
I love your band. Like, I love the whole band. But I have a question directed towards the band because I was wondering, you know, you have a ton of stories. Y'all have a ton of stories from being on set, or you do, but I was wondering if your band had any really cool stories that you would like to share. Any fun memories.
Cool stories, fun memories? I mean, we do. A trip to Europe was pretty eventful. And he step up to the mic. You got anything? He's asking. It's a question for the band. All right.
Try to keep it G.
Yeah, try to keep it G. Yeah. Let's say this. G, G, G. Yeah, NC-17. Married, single. Well, that answers part of the question. You know, a funny thing, we were just recently talking about this, Norton, don't be mad at me for saying this, it's nothing that, not that, metal band. Or a swing band? That's because you're going like this when you say it. What do you call it? Loud and swing? Loud and swinging. No, I think people are always like, especially older people, like, what's the name of the band? Oh, called Loud Swing? Loud and, no, just Loudon, like the name Loudon Wainwright, Loud Swing. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You gotta think like they brand bands like Pearl Jam. I'm sure you've never heard it. What's your name of your band? Pearl Jam? Sorry? Pearl Jam. Pearl Jam. That's the name of our band, Pearl Jam. And that's like, what do you guys call it? Oh, we're called the Rolling Stones. I'm sorry, what? We're called a rolling, like a stone that rolls? Okay, whatever.
Well, first of all, I wanted to say that you're like the best God. You're like above Morgan Freeman.
It's I never really thought of it like that. Like George Burns played God. Can't ever. George's there, right? It's weird, right? It looks weird on a resume. Honestly, it's like, to be honest, I always gotta downplay it, because the minute you start going, oh, you know, I play God, then you get struck by lightning. Let me go. I got this, guys. I played God. You know, you really don't. You don't really know what's coming next. And so it's nice to be in a band. You always have this like side project or this side business. Because we all have day jobs, you know, and mine's just acting. But this is our, and the thing is, over the past 5 years, it's gotten big enough that it, you know, it kind of equals the other, and I love that, you know. But there's no pressure on it for me. Like if we keep making albums, and it never goes number one, that's okay with me, because I just love it. You know, it just makes me feel good. So I guess the answer is both. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I love you, by the way. Okay. So I was wondering, how and why do you think Chuck broke up with Becky?
Becky broke up with Chuck. She says because she lies. She tells lies. You saw that woman. She's not stable. I don't know what happened. Finally, Chuck gets a girl, and then I hear, you know, years ago now, but I saw her, Emily, the actress, and she was like, yeah, I went back. I was like, you went what? You were back on? I went, where was I? And she was like, oh yeah, no, it was this thing, and then, you know, I guess we broke up, and Jared